when you're talking about those legislators that went to State House and now some of them being kicked out of House leadership, and then you have the issue of the Jubilee Party as well, ODM members of Parliament also facing criticism on the same. What does that mean for the coalition? Does it still stand?
It's another contradiction of the President William Ruto.
How so? And but he's not involved in the opposition.
And his Kenya Kwanza government. Because you remember he said he wants a strong opposition. And that he will do everything to make sure that Kenya has a strong opposition. But that's not what he's doing. He's busy poaching members from the opposition, the government side. He's busy sponsoring rebellion in Jubilee. And what better illustration to demonstrate that the William Ruto, I don't want to refer to him as a president.
But by law, this is the president of Kenya, and on the other hand, you have members of parliament who have a democratic right to choose.
In my eyes, I don't want to refer to him as a president. Really because of the position we have taken.
President Osotsi.
So the point is that we saw very clearly in State House, William Ruto talking to Jubilee MPs, and he even said, he is on record to have said that you are now our members, meaning that those members have joined Kenya Kwanza. We know what he's doing in terms of sponsoring Kanini Kega and Sabina group to fight, engage in these wars within Jubilee. But what I can tell you is that we have said within Azimio, the fewer the better. That is a position that we took during our PG in Machakos the other day, that the irritants will have their way. They will go to State House. They will fight the party from within. But we are not bothered by the irritants. We are bothered about the bigger picture of what we are pushing for. A better governance. We know there are challenges of cost of living, the challenges of public debt, and Kenyans are suffering. The other day, was it in yesterday's Business Daily, there was a story about Kenyans unable to afford toilet papers. We have reached that stage where even basic things like toilet papers we cannot afford. So we really have serious problems. Issues of electoral justice, which we are addressing. And these are matters that we are engaging the public on in our rallies, and we will continue doing that as we deal with the irritants who are there. And you have seen that...
which falls within their own democratic right to say...
Because
one of the argument is, of course, look, we, as you know, we're having this conversation with the president because, you know, we're talking about development in our regions, in our constituencies.
What development? You have just heard the deputy president say that Kenya is a company of two communities.
We'll have that bite in a moment.
Yeah, let me finish the point. He said the Kenya is a company of two communities. So if you are from Western region...
did he say two communities?
He said in his illustration clearly you could see that. He was speaking in Kericho.
I was in that event.
You were in that meeting.
And he said that
I'll say something about it.
Are owners of this, this government. And we have seen that in appointments. Clearly you can see the appointments are being made by this regime, clearly favoring two communities. So if you come from Western region or Nyanza, and they lie to you that they are going to give you development, and then they give you 100,000 shillings, and then you take a photo, that's the end of it. These guys are specializing in photo taking. It's not about development, because the process of development is known. It is the legislators who carry out budget making process. And at that point is when they are supposed to factor in development programs. We cannot have a situation where that you are a Kenyan who is a taxpayer. If you want development, you have to go and beg for development in State House to get it. You have powers as a legislator to push for development within the House. So this lie that we went there for development is not development. It is it is something else. And in any case, do they have money for development? Does this regime have money for development?
We will have
they don't have.
Find out.
They don't have. They are not able even to finance CDF. Honorable Elachi here is a member of parliament for Dagoretti and knows this. Why can they start from there? Put money into CDF, let our children be given bursaries, let our schools be equipped with infrastructure. Those are the very, very important things that we want to see this regime doing, rather than parading members of parliament for photo sessions in State House and say that now Azimio is crashing because 1 or 2 rogue members have appeared in a photo session in State House. We, as a coalition, we are getting stronger and stronger by the day.